feet of floor, you're live. So now what? Well, uh, I usually say that every morning, um, here's your motivational minute ish, morning motivational minute ish. I already did that today, but today, or what did I say, this afternoon, one ish, it's something a little different. And I should have had this all set up, and of course I didn't. Sorry ish. But let me see. Um, okay, really, I'm working on it, and we'll see here. So basically, I wanted to. Oh, yeah, there we go. So I wanted to. How do you say? Well, how do you say? Yeah, losing weight is hard, and what is in the middle of this? Well, not in the middle, hopefully, end of this pandemic and being inside. It's been a bit of a interesting time, we'll say, and we say the COVID-19 instead of the freshman 20 or something, but it's a thing. Like, what have we done except eat because it's comforting, right? Well, most of you know I have lost weight before, and it would have been good to have a picture. Oopsie. But basically, I lost 160 pounds. What? Crazy. Yeah, I was right over 300 and went down. But, so that was awesome, right? And then I learned how to code, became a software engineer. I was like, yes, this is awesome. But, oh yeah, you got to keep it off, right? Well, I guess tell you a little bit about my story. What do you call it? Well, I learned how to code, became a software engineer, was recruited by a guy who gave me a job at the startup he started. So I was feeling great. And then it kind of, what do you call it? Kind of went down, and I was last one hired, first one out. Like, that's just kind of, how do you say, part of it. And so I remember on the day of my cycling accident, I'd weighed that morning and I was back up to 199. So I'm like, well, I'm still in Wonderland, but I was like, oh, I gotta get this off. Well, that's a good idea, right? Well, I had a little accident, a little cycling accident, and then, well, thankfully I lived. That's a good thing. But I was in the hospital for almost 4 months. Um, that's cool, but I gained a little, like 30 pounds a little. It's not awesome, but thankfully I was able to kind of get back down ish. And yeah, I could go on and on, but I will just show you once again this accountability. And how do you say, if you want motivation or give me motivation, that'd be freaking awesome. But yep, as of this morning, I was I am 211. So yep, gotta get that off. But get that off the screen, gotta get that off my body. Yes, it's true. But I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm just putting it out there. And hey, Jerry, sorry my stuff isn't set up, but I see you over here. Good to see you. So, and yeah, how are you doing, sir? You haven't been feeling too well. But so yes, what do you call it? I've been on this challenge of writing and writing 100 days, and I'm on like day 72. So I'm like, hey, that's good. And what do you found out? I'm like, oh, I'm definitely a gamification kind of gal. I love challenges. And it's funny, my therapist told me that for those with ADHD, which I found out after my accident. But anyways, those of us with ADHD love challenges, love working towards something. And I'm like, yep, okay, that's me. All right, Dobbs, let's put this together. Let's do this thing. So that's why I'm going on to share with you today. It's Weigh In Wednesday. So I already showed you. Yep, 211. Not awesome at all. But it's me just putting it out there and being totally real, authentic. But basically, yeah, I don't want to stay there. Want to get healthy, not just to look good. But I'm like, you know what? I feel like I've already been given a second chance at life. I mean, I better use it. People talk about being their, 2.0 self. And I'm like, so for me, I feel like 2.0, that was losing 160. 3.0 was surviving my accident. Now 4.0 is what I'm working on. So, and funny, one of my friends, Doc Rock, said that as well, that, yep, let's work on 4.0, and that's the beta eCam software. So, even better. So, all both working on it at the same time. But, oh man, it is, how do you say, slog. I was saying that earlier. I'm like, this is crazy. I mean, when we think, okay, so health, right? I'm trying to get the health or weight loss or movement. And I'm pretty much just tying on that. I love the M's, the morning motivational minute-ish. But yeah, I'm like, so for me, I'm thinking, okay, so I'm not just a TBI channel, I'm like a mind, movement, and media. That's what I do. That's what I'm all about. And guess what? That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to talk about. And now we're coming up on, it's been a little bit, right? Yeah, 8 minutes. But, and yeah, and Jerry, you're doing good. Great. Health for us with our brain. Yep. Something that we got to keep track of. It is true. So, basically, I will say thank you for checking this out, for taking a look, and for saying something. For Jerry, for being on Facebook. I can't bring you on here. I'm going to work on that. But thank you all for being here, for all the inspiration and stuff that you give to me. I mean, I'm thankful I've found this way to give back. I've been doing, and I get mad when I don't do it every day. So, because I was like, oh yeah, I started my morning motivational minute-ish back in November of last year, I think. But here's the thing, just be honest. It hadn't been every morning. I may have missed one or two. But I'm like, overall, yeah, been at it. So for this, I will say, all right, I'm going to be at it. Put it out there and all that scary, glorious wonder. And say, you know what? It's a crazy world, but I'm doing what I can. I'm taking it, grabbing life by the horns, going for it. So, thank you so much for taking a few moments, checking it out. And, yep, time to get to moving. And, of course, remember, you matter. Your story matters. You belong here. Cheers, y'all.